Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and friends, today we gather to explore a theme that is at once timeless and urgent, a paradox that we as individuals and societies grapple with every day, the paradox of progress. We live in an age defined by rapid advance, yet we find ourselves asking, are we truly progressing or are we just chasing light in the dark? Chasing light in the dark, what does this mean? To chase light is to seek knowledge, truth, and innovation, to strive towards something better. It is to rise above limitations, push boundaries, and illuminate the unknown. Yet the darkness represents the uncertainty, the unknowns, and the unintended consequences of our progress. Our quest for progress is often fueled by a deep desire to create a better world, to reduce suffering, to enhance our quality of life. And yet in our pursuit, we sometimes stumble into blind spots, contradictions, and unforeseen challenges. The very advancements that promise to illuminate our future often cast shadows we did not anticipate. This paradox of light and darkness, progress and setbacks, is what we must understand if we are to truly unlock the potential of our time. In the next few minutes, I will explore 4 key aspects of this paradox that can help us unravel its complexities and navigate the journey of progress more wisely. Key point 1, the duality of innovation. Innovation is one of the driving forces behind human progress. It sparks change, offers new solutions, and creates opportunities that were once beyond our imagination. We see it in every aspect of our lives, from the smartphones that keep us connected, to the medical breakthroughs that save lives, to the technological advancements that power industries and transform economies. There is no doubt that innovation has the potential to revolutionize the world for the better, improving the quality of life for millions and creating a more connected and efficient global society. However, as we embrace the promise of innovation, we must also recognize its dual nature. Every innovation, no matter how beneficial, carries with it a set of consequences, some anticipated, others unforeseen. For example, while the rise of the internet has created a wealth of knowledge and connectivity, it has also introduced new risks, such as cybersecurity threats, the spread of misinformation, and growing concerns over privacy. The rapid advancement of automation and artificial intelligence promises to streamline industries and improve productivity, yet it also threatens to displace jobs and widen economic inequality. This duality is evident not only in technology, but also in the social and political changes that accompany progress. For every new law or policy designed to improve the lives of individuals, there are often debates and challenges over its impact on society as a whole. The very systems we create to solve problems can sometimes introduce new issues that require their own solutions. The question we must ask ourselves is, how do we ensure that the benefits of innovation outweigh the potential harm? In our pursuit of progress, we often look toward the future with optimism, believing that each new discovery will be the key to solving our greatest challenges. But in doing so, we must remain vigilant and critical of the unintended consequences that may arise. We cannot simply chase after the light without considering the shadows it may cast. Innovation, in its essence, is a tool, powerful, transformative, but also complex. It is not always the perfect answer to every problem, and sometimes it introduces challenges we may not be prepared for. Therefore, as we continue to innovate, we must approach it with a sense of responsibility, ensuring that we are not only creating a future of progress, but a future that is equitable, sustainable, and mindful of the complexities that come with change. Key point 2, the unintended consequences of progress. As we move forward with our relentless drive for progress, it's crucial to acknowledge the unintended consequences that often accompany our advancement. While we may set out to solve one problem, progress frequently opens the door to a host of new challenges. These consequences are not always immediately apparent, and often reveal themselves long after a new innovation or system has been put in place. The initial excitement and optimism that accompany progress can sometimes blind us to these hidden pitfalls, leaving us unprepared to address the negative impacts when they emerge. Take, for example, the rise of social media. Initially celebrated for its ability to connect people across the world, share ideas, and build communities, social media has also given rise to issues of misinformation, online harassment, and privacy concerns. What began as a tool for communication and connection has evolved into a complex ecosystem with unintended side effects that affect mental health, political discourse, and even societal cohesion. The desire for instant gratification through likes and shares has been linked to increasing levels of anxiety, depression, and a distorted sense of reality. Another striking example is the Industrial Revolution, which, while ushering in an era of economic growth, led to environmental degradation, labor exploitation, and the depletion of natural resources. The technological innovations that made mass production possible also caused massive air and water pollution, contributing to health problems and long-term environmental damage. Progress in one area, economic development, created a myriad of unintended consequences that we are still grappling with today, such as climate change and resource scarcity. Similarly, in the field of medicine, the discovery of antibiotics has saved millions of lives, revolutionizing our ability to fight infections. Yet, the overuse and misuse of antibiotics have led to the rise of drug-resistant bacteria, a global health crisis that threatens the very benefits antibiotics initially provided. The very progress that allowed us to conquer some diseases has inadvertently created new, more dangerous challenges that could undo much of the good we've achieved. These examples illustrate a fundamental truth. Progress is not a linear path. While it's easy to focus on the immediate, visible benefits of innovation, we must also remain mindful of its long-term and often unpredictable effects. The more we advance, the more complex the systems we create become, and with that complexity comes the possibility of unintended consequences. The challenge then is not to shy away from progress, but to approach it with a sense of caution, foresight, and responsibility. It is crucial to build safeguards and constantly reassess the outcomes of our actions. We must be willing to confront the shadow side of progress, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, and work proactively to mitigate these consequences. As we chase the light of progress, we must be careful not to lose sight of the dark spaces that follow. By anticipating the potential drawbacks of our advancements and being willing to address them head on, we can ensure that the benefits of progress ultimately outweigh the risks and lead to a better, more sustainable future. Key point 3, the human element of progress. While we often talk about progress in terms of technology, economics, or scientific breakthroughs, we must not forget that at the heart of all progress is the human element. Progress in its purest form is not merely about achieving efficiency or mastering new tools. It's about improving the human condition, enhancing our lives, and addressing the needs and aspirations of people. When we focus on progress without considering the human experience, we risk creating advancements that are disconnected from the real-world challenges that people face every day. For instance, in the rush to innovate, we can sometimes lose sight of the human costs associated with progress. The increasing reliance on automation and artificial intelligence in industries promises to streamline production and create efficiencies, yet it also raises questions about the future of employment and the value of human labor. Entire industries are being transformed, and millions of jobs are being displaced, leading to economic uncertainty for many. While these technological advancements may increase profitability for companies, they may simultaneously contribute to rising inequality, as the benefits of automation tend to concentrate in the hands of a few, leaving many behind. In such a scenario, we must ask, what does progress mean if it exacerbates social divisions and leaves people without the means to support themselves? Progress is also often associated with the improvement of health and well-being, but even in this area, we must consider the broader impact on human lives. While medical breakthroughs have increased life expectancy and reduced mortality rates, the benefits of these advancements are not always equally distributed. Access to life-saving treatments, quality health care, and basic health resources can be limited based on geography, income, or social status. So, while we celebrate medical advancements, we must also acknowledge the gaps in access to care and work toward a world where progress in healthcare reaches all corners of society, not just the privileged few. Moreover, as we push forward with scientific and technological advancements, we must also reflect on their social and cultural implications. For example, advancements in genetic engineering and biotechnology, while offering the potential for curing genetic diseases and improving human health, also raise complex ethical questions about the limits of human intervention in nature. These breakthroughs challenge our understanding of what it means to be human, and the decisions we make today could shape the very nature of humanity for generations to come. In these cases, progress is not just about what we can do, but about what we should do, what aligns with our shared values and ethics as a society. Ultimately, the human element of progress reminds us that the pursuit of light in the dark cannot be divorced from empathy, compassion, and inclusivity. True progress is not about creating a world that works for a select few or a future that benefits only those who are most powerful or privileged. It is about crafting a future where every individual, regardless of their background or circumstance, can share in the benefits of progress. The challenge is to ensure that human dignity, equality, and justice are central to the advancements we make. Progress must be measured not only by the advancements in technology or wealth, but by the improvement of the human experience for all people. As we chase the light of progress, we must continually ask ourselves, who benefits from this progress? Are we advancing in a way that elevates the collective good? In focusing on innovation, we must never lose sight of the people it is meant to serve. If we forget the human element, we risk creating a future that is technologically advanced, but emotionally and socially impoverished. Progress is, after all, about more than just moving forward. It's about ensuring that we move forward together. Key point 4, the need for balance and reflection. In our pursuit of progress, it's easy to become consumed by the excitement of advancement and the promise of a brighter future. But true progress doesn't lie in blind acceleration. It is found in the delicate balance between striving forward and taking time to reflect. Progress, when untempered by consideration or restraint, can become reckless, leading us down paths that we didn't anticipate and possibly jeopardizing the very goals we sought to achieve. Reflection and balance are not signs of stagnation, but of wisdom. Reminders that moving forward doesn't mean charging ahead without evaluating the broader consequences of our actions. In the rush to innovate, to develop, and to grow, we often overlook the importance of pausing to consider the direction we are heading in. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come not from relentless pursuit, but from stepping back, reassessing, and recalibrating our approach. It's about understanding that true progress is not about the speed at which we reach our destination, but the sustainability and inclusivity of that journey. While technology and innovation can drive change, it's essential that we stop and ask, what is this progress ultimately for? Who is it serving? Are we creating a world that people can thrive in, or are we simply building a world that, while efficient, may be disconnected from the emotional, cultural, and environmental needs of the population? Without balance, progress can quickly become unsustainable. Take environmental conservation as an example. Industrial progress and urbanization have given rise to a multitude of benefits for human society, but they have also caused extensive environmental harm. Pollution, deforestation, climate change. These consequences of progress cannot be ignored, and the rapid pace at which we continue to industrialize and consume resources must be countered by a commitment to sustainability. If we do not slow down to consider the planet's long-term health and future generations, our progress will ultimately lead to a world where the very foundation of human life, our environment, is at risk. True progress in this case requires a balance between growth and conservation, ensuring that we can advance without destroying the world upon which our lives depend. Moreover, the need for balance in our pursuit of progress applies not only to environmental and economic considerations, but to our mental and emotional well-being. As we chase the light of technological advancement and personal success, we sometimes forget the importance of introspection, rest, and human connection. The constant pressure to keep moving forward can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a disconnect from the people and values that truly matter. A balanced life isn't solely focused on achieving more or reaching higher. It's about embracing moments of pause, reflection, and being present. Progress must also be about enhancing the quality of life, ensuring that it's not just about efficiency or productivity, but about cultivating well-being, community, and deeper fulfillment. This balance also extends to our social progress. It is easy to make sweeping changes in policy or law, but without thoughtful reflection on their long-term social impact, those changes may inadvertently cause division or harm. Progress in social justice, for instance, requires more than just legislative reform. It requires understanding the human experiences behind the issues, the diverse perspectives of the people affected, and a willingness to address the deeper structural inequalities that exist within society. True progress in this area is not achieved simply by passing new laws, but by creating a society where every person can thrive and feel valued. In the end, reflection is the compass that guides us toward progress that is not only forward-thinking, but also sustainable and holistic. We need to recognize when it's time to step back, reevaluate, and adjust our approach rather than simply accelerating without pause. Progress is not a race. It is a journey that requires intentionality, care, and foresight. Only by balancing the urgency to move forward with the wisdom to slow down when needed can we hope to create a future that truly benefits everyone and stands the test of time. As we chase the light of progress, let us remember that the brightest future is not one built on constant motion and unchecked ambition, but one that is thoughtfully and deliberately constructed, taking into account the people, the planet, and the values that should guide us. Progress is about moving forward with purpose, understanding that every step should be taken with care, awareness, and a commitment to creating a balanced and inclusive future for all. As we navigate the complexities of progress, it becomes clear that chasing light in the dark is both a hopeful and a humbling pursuit. We are drawn to the promise of a better future, one marked by innovation, achievement, and growth. But in our excitement to reach toward the light, we must also acknowledge the shadows that accompany our every step. Progress is not a simple journey. It is a paradox, one filled with both brilliance and darkness, opportunities and challenges. To truly unravel this paradox, we must recognize the dual nature of innovation. understanding that each advancement comes with its own set of unintended consequences. We must embrace the human element of progress, ensuring that the benefits of our innovations serve everyone, not just the privileged few. Above all, we must cultivate balance, taking the time to reflect, recalibrate, and consider the broader impact of our choices on the world and future generations. The road to progress may be winding, and it may not always be clear, but by staying mindful of the complexities we face, we can make choices that lead us toward a future that is truly enlightened, one that isn't defined just by the speed at which we progress, but by the depth and sustainability of that progress. The light we chase should not blind us to the bigger picture. Instead, it should illuminate a path that benefits all of humanity and the planet we call home. As we continue this journey, let us keep in mind that true progress is not measured merely by the distance we travel, but by the wisdom with which we tread. Let us move forward with intention, compassion, and foresight, knowing that only then can we truly unravel the paradox of progress and create a future that is both bright and just for all. Thank you.